Hey guys, what's up? Today we are checking out XG Puppet Show. I did Howling last week, really enjoyed that. I listened to it 2 or 3 times by the recommendation of someone below, and to my surprise, after about the second or third time, I really started to think differently about the group than I have from the first time that I heard them together as a group. I listened to Journey and Rhapsody the first time, but then I started listening to them as a group, and now I really, I kind of, I'm a book nerd, and now I kind of am thinking things about this group that is really intriguing, and stay to the end if you want to hear me rattle off about that. But yeah, it kind of connects with me a little bit differently now, what I'm hearing than what I first initially heard. And so, like I said, stay to the end if you want to hear that chit chat. I don't like doing it at the intro because people get, start the dang song. You know what I mean? So, I try to do that. That's how I got my channel set up like that. So I can just give a quick little intro, hopefully, and do the reaction. And then at the end, then I can blab for however long I need to blab to get it out of my system. And so, if I don't say it during the song, you guys be killing me sometimes. You guys have been really good with my talky talk stuff during the song. And I haven't really had too many people getting angry about it yet. But I could get talking. Stuff just catches me sometimes, and I have to talk about it. This is a great group. I'm learning so much about them every single time that I react to them. And every single time, just a reminder, is the very first time that I've heard the song. And so I've never listened to anything other than what I have reacted to with you guys. So we can kind of share that. And this came out 2023, September 27th, 2023, and I think it was New DNA. It was a mini album. I think that's what it was. So here we go. The Puppet Show, XG. Everybody's so cinematic, man. Looks like a little light prism there. What are they carrying? Looks like a little shield or something. What the heck?
It's time I get what I deserve. Act like you don't know what I'm worth. We spend a lot of time talking, but it feels like I'm never heard. Listen to what comes out my mouth before you try to take me out.
Give him a respect. I wonder if this was controversial when it came out, because guys they portray themselves a certain way in, within music sometimes, and guys in general kind of like to be looked upon as the leader, the one in charge, like they have dominance over their woman. Sometimes traditional guys can kind of take it to the extreme and manipulate the role in the household to where they're, the word dominant comes into play. And then what they're flipping the script here, but they're flipping the script because basically all they're wanting is to be respected. She says, it feels like I'm never heard. And then she also said, it's time to get what I deserve, respect, and to an equality there. And so that's real interesting. And then like I said, I like it how she does the role flip. Welcome to the puppet show, because they're not treating him like a lady. They're flipping it. It's kind of like a warning shot. And it's really interesting, with the role reversal thing. I know people, it might be controversial, from face value, it might be kind of controversial what they're saying, but it's really not. Japanese women historically have been, I don't know how it is today in modern society. I haven't been to Japan in forever, man. And so I don't know what the culture is like now. Generations have passed, but historically, it wasn't, in the 900s, it was common for the wife to be a samurai in the household. So, men, there was definitely, they were the leaders of the household in certain ways, but there was an equality there, and the woman was a very powerful entity within the household, because she could throw down. I mean, historically, Japanese women are very, very powerful. And, there were certain time periods where, I probably shouldn't be getting into all this, but I'll kind of keep it short here. But there were certain time periods where Japanese, on the battlefield, upwards of 30% of the bodies that were killed were women. So women sometimes, especially Japanese women, I think this is holds true for Japanese women the most, because Japanese women sometimes get the false perspective that they are, and this is not the correct word to use with them, submissive. And I think that they are polite and courteous, but I think once they get to know you, they'll tell you how it is. You know what I mean? They'll tell you how it is. And within the household, they just want to be viewed as an equal partner, right? A little different than American household structure, traditional wise, than it is, because, Japanese women are very strong entities in the household. They're very strong. Sometimes American women in a traditional lifestyle, they can be very like ultra submissive. I'm not saying every woman's like that. I'm not saying that. And nowadays, it's less so. I think women are more assertive in the household in America because of the feminist movement. But they definitely are not like they used to be. They used to be, I would say, in the 70s. I grew up in a really, my mother was in an abusive relationship where the man was, totally domineering over her all of the time. And I had to see things as a child that I wish I never would have. But there was this abusive situation that was going on because the man wanted to be dominant. And then when the feminist movement, I'm old enough, I've really seen women kind of change in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s and the 2010s over the years. And some of it's for the good, some of it's for the bad. I'm not going to get into the bad, but from my perspective, but it's been really interesting. And I don't know how it is in Japan now. I guess this is where I'm going with this, but culturally, Japanese women, when I see this group singing, I kind of view them like that, like they're bring back a part of their culture that maybe isn't there anymore. They're kind of fitting the mold of a traditional Japanese woman by being strong-willed and fighting the man and kicking back, because ultimately Japanese women, and this kind of plays to their group too, the XG group. In my eyes, it's not submissiveness. They want harmony. They want harmony. And so they have this group here, XG, and they're not individuals. It's a group. They want a harmonic balance in their the way they sing, and I think they're trying to bring a, step out and show the Japanese culture and the world who Japanese women are. I don't know. I'm kind of getting out there a little bit, but I just kind of have been thinking like that with them. But yeah, it's interesting. Do some historical background on the Japanese women, the culturally, and it will blow your mind. They are very, very strong, very strong. And I see that with these young ladies here. I really see that. I really do. And real quick, before I know I've already talked, I'll keep it short at the end to make up for this. But it's funny when they start talking about the welcome to the puppet show. There was an explosion in the eye, like they're okay. And then they come out and they are more provocative. They're more sexually provocative coming out, and they're like, they're saying, I am going to control you. Like I said, I'm an older guy. I don't have to pretend. We like that sometimes. I don't know about the zipper mask.
Don't like the look of this picture. Oh, you think that I'm in love with you? Cry me a river, thought you were split to lead the true action. I'ma do it my way, ain't apologetic. I'ma cut you off like Babalisha with it. I'ma control it, play like Atari.
Yeah.
Till I say so bad. When I want for it to please me, might just make you do the things I want you to. Playing puppet master, everything's so easy. I'll make all of my own dreams come true. Ooh, imagine a world where we could play different roles, where we be taking control. Wrapping our fingers, they couldn't tell us no. Welcome to the
But they want harmony. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, see, they're not focusing on, they cut scenes to each individual artist, but they're not focusing on one specific artist. It's a balance. They're really trying to showcase each other, lift each other up. And that's one thing I really like about this group is there's probably a leader. I'm sure there is, but you really don't know it because they all are lifting each other up. It's really beautiful. It really is. And at the beginning, when that little prism of light thing was coming down, I didn't know what the heck that was, but now I kind of see it. Maybe these people that are walking around are the men. I don't know if that's true or not. And they're kind of worshiping the woman there. I don't know. I'm going to get in trouble. I know I'm going to get in trouble for this one, but come on, man.
Wrapping our fingers, they couldn't tell us no. Welcome to the puppet show. Where we play 'em like a plastic doll. They'll do anything. When you got 'em hanging by a string. Gonna play 'em like they're toys. Make 'em do what we enjoy. They'll do anything. When you got 'em by a string.
They're probably not wrong. They're not wrong.
Follow my lead. Just leave the whole thing up to me. My expertise. Yeah.
What is this right here? Is this maybe, are they looking up to like a female? I don't know what that is. Are they looking up to some other woman as someone who's guiding them, or I don't know.
My lead.
I shouldn't be trying to figure it all out while I'm watching it the first time. Expertise? Oh.
Welcome to the puppet show. When we playing like they're plastic dolls. They'll do anything, anything. When you got 'em hanging by a string, by a string.
Man, they're so creative.
Welcome to the puppet show. When we playing like they're plastic
So catchy too, you know? It's iconic.
They'll do anything, anything. They'll do anything. When you got 'em hanging by a string, by a string. Gonna play it like a toy, playing like the toy. Make 'em do what we enjoy, make 'em do what we enjoy. They'll do anything, anything. When you got 'em by a string.
Oh yeah, I like that. Such a nice group. Man, you got to stay to the end with their stuff because it's so. Look at that, man. Whoever does the video stuff, just unbelievable. Yeah, there was a part in there. See if I get the names right. Kokona, Harvey, Maya, and I believe the other one was Hinata. Is that correct? Is that correct? Hinata. There was a part that said something like, "You think I'm in love with you? Ha ha! Cry me a river." You know it. By Felicia, I think they said in there. Yeah, it's the whole song is about role reversal, where the woman is empowering themselves to basically say, I am not going to let you control me anymore. You either accept me how I am, and you make this part of, you know, our relationship has to be not a one-way street anymore. It's got to be two people, you know, with equal importance. And like I said, you know, in my little rant in the middle of the song, that is traditionally what a Japanese woman is. You know, you have to respect her. You have to give her the due respect, not to where she's dominant over you or he's dominant over her, but there has to be a mutual respect there. And they're just kind of saying, hey, if the roles are reversed here, I will own you like a little puppet. Like I said, some guys like that. The white zipper mask thing there, I don't know about. You can tell where my mind goes half the time. You know, I'm older. I don't make any bones about. I have my relationship with my wife. We have a great relationship. We've been married going on 32 years now. It's getting close to 32. And speaking of that, I might miss that next week. Wednesday, my oldest daughter, she's having another baby. So it's our first I have all granddaughters. Every single one of my grandchildren are female. And, you know, since this is a female group, I'm surrounded by females 24/7. And, you know, they kind of put me in my place, even my own grandchildren. But this is our first grandson, right? So I'll probably miss next Wednesday. If I come in here and react to something, my wife would absolutely kill me. She'd slay me. She would assert her dominance over me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in a good mood, you know, and some of you guys don't like all my talk stuff all the time, but I'm just here, you know, having a good time. Love XG. The video stuff is always excellent with them. they have a superior videographer or whatever the titles are nowadays. I like how sometimes within the videos too that I've seen, other than they're not really focusing on each individual artist, they're kind of doing it, each one do their own thing, but they're harmonic together. I like how they allow the person doing the video to shine too. They sometimes they'll like kind of cut it in the middle a little bit on the stuff that I've seen to let that video kind of shine, you know, get a little bit of glam going there. So it really pops a little bit more. I like that. I like that about their videos so far. They are all excellent. I love XG. One hell of a group. Thanks for putting up with me. My comedy. You guys don't know. My wife will, she'll pop in from check out my reactions every once in a while, and I catch a lot of heat sometimes. I catch a lot of heat, but she's a good gal. She's a good gal. And, you know, I don't know the young folks out there. You know, like I said, I am traditional. I'm very traditional in the way I think about things in the household, but I've learned over the years, you know, it wasn't like it at first. It wasn't like it at first. And I think that's where young people really struggle, because, you know, it's really hard to find somebody that, you know, when you're young, you want someone that's going to make sure, you know, they treat you like an equal, and everybody's raised different. Everybody's raised different. And you don't, you know, I don't know how the Japanese culture is, but now today, but everybody's raised so different, and you just have to find someone that meshes well with you and is understanding. And, you know, hopefully eventually you guys can kind of blend together. That's like my wife and I, so different, but we had so many things in common. We blended together. And, you know, as a guy, you might think you're the stuff, but then when the woman says, well, you're cut off for a month, you know who's in charge, right? Parental discretion advised on this video. Come on, guys, lighten up a little bit. We're here to have a little fun. Don't need to be so serious. And like I said, don't need to be domineering over women. That shouldn't be happening, right? That should not be happening. Great song. Really appreciate this group. And you guys have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Peace.